Hey guys, YouTuber Hundred here. Alright, now I'm taking like a little bit of a break from the Goosebumps reviews. Like I told you guys, like during these Goosebumps reviews, I would also be giving my thoughts on Halloween Kills when I went to see it. So I did go see the movie today. So yeah, so this is going to be that video. So in this video, I'm going to be giving my thoughts on Halloween Kills. So yeah, so I'm not sure how many of you have actually seen the movie at this point, but yeah, for those of you who haven't, like this is going to contain some spoilers for the movie. So yeah, if you don't want any spoilers, you may want to wait until after you have seen the movie to watch this video. Yeah. So yeah, so going into this movie, like after like when I saw the trailer for this movie, I wasn't exactly sure what it was really going to be about. From the looks of it, like it really did like seem that how like Lori, Karen, and Allison were just going to like continue to try to defeat Michael Myers, since of course like he survived like the fire in the house at the end of the last movie. So yeah, so it just like just had a I just figured that it was going to be like something where they just continue to fight him and just like rally up some more people. That's how it did look by the trailers for the movie. But I really wasn't too sure exactly what to expect with it because I know that like with this like these new Halloween movies, like with the one from a few years ago, this movie, and they also have like another one planned for next year that like they are like trying to make like a new whole like sort of story out of this. And yeah, and I've heard like they are like actually going to be well, they are really going to try to like finally like end everything in the series. Like they're finally going to destroy Michael and have everything be concluded. So yeah, so by that I knew that this probably was just gonna like serve as kind of like the middle part of this story. And yeah, so and that is basically what the movie really was. I mean, yeah, of course, it is like a direct sequel to the events of the last movie, of course. Now, what's interesting about it is that it really is kind of similar to the original Halloween 2 because, of course, like the original Halloween 2, of course, like picked up basically like right where the original film ended. And that is basically the case with this film too. This film basically like picks up immediately like right where the last film ended. So I thought that was like interesting that they decided to do it again with this film. Yeah, yeah. As far as like how I felt about the film, I really don't know. I mean, overall, like I wasn't bored watching it. Like I did at least like I was interested in what was going on in the film, but yeah, there wasn't really like anything like from this film that really did like progress any sort of like a story or anything. Like there's nothing in particular from this film that really did like actually um like advance anything from like the last film at all. But yeah, it really did like sort of like continue on with the story from the last film. Like it did like sort of like give us like a little bit more detail about some other characters in this film. Like there was like one character in particular that does sort of like have like an interesting history with Michael Myers, which actually does tie in with the original film, or at least the events of the original film. Yeah, and yeah, and what I thought was interesting about it is how they actually do, actually like kind of like bring back some old characters. Like in this film, like they do bring back Tommy Doyle, who was of course like the boy that Laurie Babies had in the original film. Yeah, and there's also there was Marion Chambers, Lindsay Wallace, Cameron, and his father Lonnie E. Alam, who like all encounter Michael back like during the events of the original film. Yeah, and basically, like what this film really is like about is it's really about like how it is like the 40th anniversary of like Michael Myers' attacks from the original film. Yeah, like I said, this film is basically like set like immediately after the events of the last film, so it really does like just like continue on with what we did like see in the last movie. Yeah, yeah. What it's really about is like how Tommy really does like actually like rally up like pretty much every like a whole bunch of people in Haddonfield to really like fight Michael Myers and just put an end to evil. Yeah, and with it being Halloween, they know that Michael Myers is going to be on a killing spree. So yeah, Tommy just like ends up like just rallying like a whole bunch of people in Haddonfield into a mob to really just take out Michael Myers. Yeah, 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 and that is like basically like what the premise of this film is. It really is just like a whole bunch of like Tommy Doyle leading like a whole bunch of people to just like make sure that Michael Myers is actually stopped for good. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, like the film does pretty much like a pickup like right where the last film ended. Yeah, and as it starts off, like it does like show like how like it does like sort of like continue on because as the film opens up, it shows that like it shows like how like Deputy Hawkins was actually like found uh by Cameron as and as he like after like of course like what happened in the last film when he was stabbed and just left to die by Dr. Sarton. Yeah, and and as Cameron does like find uh and Deputy Hawkins, and like it does like show like how like Hawkins Deputy Hawkins actually did like have a history with Michael Myers, which actually does connect to the events of the original film because yeah, there was a flashback showing that back on Halloween night, like during the original film, it shows like as a uh, uh, Deputy Hawkins and his partner were trying to hunt down Michael Myers when they were able to like track him to his old house. You know, so Michael ended up like attacking his partner, and Deputy Hawkins accidentally shot his partner dead in an attempt to save him from Michael, and like when like he actually did have the chance to shoot Michael as he was just leaving, he didn't actually fire a shot. And it showed that he also ended up preventing Dr. Loomis from actually destroying Michael when the police were finally able to take him down. And yeah, and it was interesting. Like they actually did like in this flashback, they actually did show Dr. Loomis yeah, Dr. Loomis was actually like asking Deputy Hawkins about Michael if he was actually stopped. Yeah, and it was interesting because like when they showed Dr. Loomis, like it wasn't Donald Pleasance, obviously, but yeah, the actor that they did get to play Dr. Loomis, like it looked pretty good. Like it really did look convincing that he actually was Donald Pleasance. So yeah, they did do a good job with that. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, then like due to that, just yeah, Hawkins was just re- in regret of not allowing Michael's execution and was just vowing to kill him. And so that could just kind of like show like how this really does like pick up from the events of the last film. Yeah, yeah, and then it showed like the fire department actually responding to the burning house that uh, Lori, Karen, and Allison and trapped Michael in at the end of the last film. Yeah, the fire department was responding to it, and as they were like putting out the fire, or, like there was a firefighter that like ended up getting like stuck inside the house, and then Michael ended up appearing and killed him. Yeah, like Michael was just taking out like a couple firefighters inside the house with like their own equipment, and then he eventually like emerged outside of the house and killed the other firefighters. Yeah, and like I was saying, like if you did see like the video that I made giving my thoughts in the last film a few years ago, I said like how just the the murders in this film they really did seem like a lot more brutal and violent than they did like back like in the older Halloween movies, like back like during like the original run of the films. Yeah, yeah, I did say like how the murders did seem like a lot more brutal and violent, and that's the case here too because just a lot of the murders Michael Myers committed in this movie, like they were just like so freaking brutal and gory. Like, yeah, I mean there were just like so many just just pretty graphic. Uh, deaths in this movie. Like he there was like a point in the movie where he killed a woman by using like one of those like cylindrical light bulbs. Yeah, like he like ended up breaking a piece of it, and then like he just put it like right into the a lady's throat. Yeah, yeah. He like yeah, he killed a guy by actually stabbing him with a knife right in the eye. Ugh. Yeah, yeah. There was like one where he actually like stabbed a guy's armpit. Ugh, yeah, just yeah. Michael Myers are like just really like uh, kill people in like very like creative ways in this movie. Yeah, and it just like it was a whole were deaths that really did seem like pretty brutal. Like there were times like as I was like watching the movie where I really just was just like ugh, and yeah, there was even like some point where I was kind of like just turning my head just because it was like pretty gory. Yeah, yeah. And anyway, yeah, but then yeah, then like Lori like was like taken to the hospital and she underwent emergency surgery for the injuries that she sustained at the end of the last movie. Yeah, yeah, and then yeah, then with like Tommy just like gathering up like all these people to try to like take out Michael Myers. It even showed like how just it was like how packed the hospital really was because of Michael Myers' killing spree. Yeah, and as a result of that, then yeah, Tommy, Marion, Lindsay, and Lonnie learned about Michael's killing spree through like an emergency alert. And then yeah, then when Tommy then like heard about Lori in the hospital, he just said that he was going to return the favor to Lori for what she did for him in the original movie. Because yeah, he like told Lori that like she protected him 40 years ago. Now he's like returning the favor and protecting her. So yeah, so like I said, Tommy like led all these guys, well, like all these people, not really guys, to hunt down and kill Michael. Yeah, yeah. And then when like Karen found out that Michael was still alive, like she really like wanted to it from withhold that info from Lori to just allow her to recover. And even like when Lori like was like starting to become when she like started to regain consciousness, like she like Karen was just like assuring her that Michael was dead. And yeah, and then yeah, then Allison like was a like after she like reconciled with Cameron and like uh, Allison ended up joining Tommy's mob to avenge her father's death from Michael, and, and then yeah, then she went out to try to track down Michael to kill him, and with the rest of the mob. Yeah, and then yeah, then it showed how Hawkins was actually like put in the same hospital room as Lori, and so we're just like talking, like reminiscing about their old friendship. Yeah, 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 and then eventually, yeah, after Michael ended up like killing in one of the groups in the mob, uh, one of the survivors, well, yeah, the only survivor of the attack was able to like escape Michael. Yeah, she was able to escape from Michael after like as he was trying to kill her, as he grabbed onto her, she was like grabbed his like mask and was like and just like caused him to like really just kind of like lose his well, not his consciousness, but yeah, his concentration, and yeah, he just ended up like letting go to adjust his mask back. Yeah, yeah, and then eventually Tommy, Lonnie, Allison, and Cameron actually did find her. Yeah, yeah, and then yeah, then she was like taken to the emergency room as well. Yeah, yeah. Then eventually, just the group was finally able to deduce that Michael was actually headed back to his old home. Yeah, yeah, and then eventually, Lori did find out about Michael's survival, and so then Lori then just decided that she had to go to uh, get Michael herself. So yeah, Lori actually did get up. She gave herself like one of those like pain shots to just take away the pain, and then she tried to actually rush out of the hospital hospital to get to Michael. But then after like just there was like one of the yeah, one of the convicts that escaped from the Smiths Grove hospital before Lance Tavalli. It showed that like he was inside of the hospital, and then and then like the mob ended up like mistaking him for Michael. So then the mob just was like chasing him upstairs in the hospital, and then when Karen realized that it was not Michael, she tried to like calm the mob to and just told them that he was not Michael. But yeah, the mob just like continued to charge him, even when she tried to protect Lance by like locking him inside of the like a hallway. Like as the mob was like trying to break in, Lance then eventually just like jumped out a window to his death, and yeah, it even like showed like him hitting the ground, him hitting the pavement when he fell out, and you just saw his body like just it was he just like totally destroyed his body. Like it showed like his head was like totally like crushed, and his arm like ended up being like severed from his body, and his leg was like broken, and yeah, it just became it was just like such a gruesome scene. Yeah. Yeah, and then when Lori then like realized that she was really like just too weak, like she just wasn't strong enough to go after Michael, she then like sent Karen out to work with Tommy to like hunt Michael down. Yeah, and then eventually, Lonnie, Allison, and Cameron then were able to, like, they arrived at Michael's home. And then as Lonnie went in to try to hunt Michael, he told, like, Cameron and Allison to just stay inside the car. But when Allison and Cameron, like, heard commotion inside, they rushed inside. And then, yeah, Cameron eventually did find his dad's corpse before Michael then attacked him and ended up, like, killing Cameron as well. Well, yeah, it was pretty brutal. Like he like stabbed Cameron and then was just like not beating his head on like the floor and just like bending it in between the banister and all the stuff. Yeah. Then he as a as Allison then tried to intervene to try to fight Michael off. Michael ended up just throwing Allison down a flight of stairs and ended up like a breaking her leg in the process. Yeah. And then, yeah, before Michael could actually kill Allison, then Karen then ended up arriving and stabbed Michael in the back with a pitchfork. And then she was able to knock him down and ended up stealing his mask. And then, yeah, as she was taunting him, just telling him that if he wants his mask to come get it, then yeah, Michael went after her. And it was interesting. Like at one point during this part, like there was like a wide shot of Michael like looking on at Karen, and you could actually like you actually did see a clear shot of his face. So yeah, like this was like the first time like in like quite a while that you could actually like see. You did get a clear shot of Michael Myers' actual face. I think the only other time we did see this was that a shot from the original movie when Laurie pulled his mask off. So yeah, we actually did like actually see his face. Yeah, but then yeah. Then Karen then like just like lured Michael into like a trap where like she set his mask just in the middle of the road, and as Michael then retrieved it, we show that he was just surrounded by Tommy's whole mob, and then yeah, the entire mob then just like attacked him. Like they just did a whole bunch of things. They like nailed him with just like various weapons. They shot him. They stabbed him. Just did a whole bunch of stuff to him. And then yeah, when Michael finally seemed to be down and out, then yeah, Karen then just ended up just stabbing Michael. Like I think in the back or the head or something, seemingly like finally killing him. Yeah. And then yeah, then yeah, after like Karen then went to like attend to Allison as the mob was dispersing. Then it showed Michael ended up like recovering and just massacred the mob and like just killed them, which included Tommy. Yeah. Then it just like during this whole like uh stuff with Michael attacking the mob and stuff, it just like we overheard just Lori talking about like how Michael is just like not a normal person or something. Like there was just like some narration from her talking about like how Michael is like not human or whatever. Yeah, yeah, it was just like some narration, just like talking about like the evil or whatever. Yeah, yeah, but it showed like during all this stuff with like Laurie's narration from the hospital, like Michael just like massacred the mob and killed them. Yeah. Then as Allison was receiving medical attention right outside of the Myers home, Karen then was just like investigating inside the house, and as she was in Judith's old room, it showed then Michael then appearing and ended up attacking Karen and killing her too. Ooh, yeah, and then it just like had like Lori just like giving more of this like narration stuff and just showed like Lori staring out of her hospital room. So yeah, and then that's how the movie ended. So Michael did kill Karen here too. So yeah, so I was kind of surprised that he did. Like I was thinking that Karen was really going to be like one of the main characters in this whole these like all three of these movies. But yeah, she's dead now. So yeah, so I guess this does give like a Lori and even Allison some more motivation for now, like even wanting to kill Michael even more in the next film. So I'm sure this is like that is gonna be like some like stuff that is gonna be like going on in the next film. Yeah, and yeah, so yeah, as far as like how this film is, like as far as how I actually did feel about it personally, um, I mean, I did think that like it was at least interesting. I did like some of the stuff that it did, and I really wasn't bored watching it. As far as how it comes to really recommending this film, well, if you do actually like horror films that really do have like the like really violent bloody murders, like you will definitely get that in this film. Like just yeah, the murders in this film, like I said, they really are just like very brutal and bloody. So yeah, so if you are into that kind of stuff in horror movies, like I think this is one that you will definitely like watching. As far as how I would actually like say in terms of recommending this film as far as a movie goes, well, I guess it is worth a watch, but it's not really like I don't really say that like in terms of like advancing what we did see in the previous film. But yeah, like I was saying, like and there is another film which is like titled Halloween Ends as planned for next year. So yeah, and like I said, that is probably like I have heard at least that that is like actually going to like end like everything that is happened in the series, and Michael Myers is finally going to be killed. I don't know if that is true or not, but yeah, that's just what I've heard. So as far as that goes, I mean, I guess like it is at least worth a watch to at least like follow along for whatever will be in store for with the next film. But yeah, since like this is like the middle part of the story, like there really isn't anything that is like really advanced or anything, but it really is I guess like just something to really like build up to like I guess just this probably like a big final showdown between Michael and Laurie in the next film that will come out next year. So yeah, so we'll see what happens with Halloween Ends when that comes out next year. Yeah, but as far as this goes, I mean, in uh, yeah, nothing about it that is really like that really does that advance anything. But yeah, yeah, I did still at least enjoy watching it. I mean, it was brutal, it was violent, and yeah, and it really did like still at least like pick up what we did, what we saw in the original film, and yeah, it just really does like continue on with the events. All right, so yeah, so yeah, so I guess like my verdict on this film is that if you do like the Halloween films, if you did enjoy the original, if you just want to see the story just kind of like just progress on just to like really like keep up with what's going on for like to finally get like what will what from what I've heard be the conclusion of this whole series with the next film. Yeah, I guess that this film is at least worth a watch for that sake. All right. So yeah, so I guess that's all I can really say about the film. So overall, I guess I did like it well enough, but yeah, just nothing about it that really like does is like makes it really a must see aside from just following along with whatever the next film will have in store. All right. So yeah, so I guess that is all I can really say about it. All right. So this does it for my thoughts on Halloween Kill. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this movie if you have seen it in it, and what you do expect the next film to really have in continuation with this film. All right, so yeah, so I guess this is all I can say about it. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Yeah, and yeah, and then I will be back to reviewing the Goosebumps episodes. Like I will I'll resume my series of Goosebumps reviews. Who's up next, and then yeah, then I'll just continue on and finish them off through Halloween. All right, so stay tuned for just the Goosebumps reviews continuing on from this point through Halloween. All right, but I hope you guys did enjoy this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.